Mental Maps, sponsored by Metal Street Radio. Crank it up!
Hey guys, Metal Matt here, and I've got the amazing Doug Aldrich on the channel today. Formerly played with the likes of Whitesnake, Ronnie James Dio, and others alike. But at the moment and currently, since I think 2016, you've been with them, the Dead Daisies.
Blackmore was a little bit of a stretch for me. That's a different style.
Oh,
And Ronnie said, just hit the main melodies, just don't, you can make it your own, but you got to play those main melodies. And so I tried to do my best to emulate a little bit of what Blackmore was doing, whereas the stuff that Viv and Sykes did that's more natural, that's normally what I do. And we just had a blast, man. Ronnie taught me so much. David taught me so much, but Ronnie was first, and I was on the road with him the whole year in 2002, and then again in 2005. And we did a bunch of DVDs that, people could see. He was just that London DVD, Holy Diver Live. Ronnie was sick that night, and he was not feeling good, and he just killed it, man. That's how he was. That's why I say that's how Karabi is. Karabi could be coughing like a mofo. He's just like, dude, what is up with you? He's like, man, I can't. I got this thing, man. It's been going on for like 3 weeks. I can't shake it. And it's like, but he'd get on stage and you would never know.
Yeah, fantastic voice. Yeah, and it's funny that's the album. That's the DVD that got me into you. Was that Holy Diver DVD? That's when I first saw you, and I was blown away by your playing and the whole performance. Thanks. The whole show is incredible show. And with Coverdale, did you how did you find working with him? Was it a completely different kind of experience than Dio? Did they work kind of differently? And
yes,
how did you find
very, very, very different. Ronnie was very super laser focused on, like, he wanted this metal sound. He wanted it to be his word that he didn't like something was jolly. It's like Jolly. If something was jolly, he didn't want it. It's too jolly, or he'd be like, yeah, that one song is kind of jolly, but we can make it work. But with David was like, anything, you can do anything. If you're inspired by a banjo, let's do it. Let's record it.
Oh.
There was no rules. So it was very different that way. But it was both guys were amazing frontmen. I mean, are and were. And I just feel I'm so blessed, to have worked with those guys, and Glenn Hughes and John Corabi and Cal Swan and Kelly Hansen, all these guys that I've had a chance to work with. Some of the guys people maybe don't even remember, but singers, I've been super blessed. And, sharing the stage with those guys was awesome. But I mean, the funnest times on touring, David was always on his own bus. He had his own bus, and then there'd be the band bus, and then there'd be the crew bus. But with Dio, when I got in Dio, that's when kind of heavy rock was starting back, and we were all, the crew and Ronnie and us were all in the same bus together, and it was a blast. There was like 18 people on the bus, sleeping everywhere, and and me and Jimmy Bain would be in the back lounge, and Simon, the three of us were smokers. I quit years ago, but at that time, man, we were smoking back there, we would chimney smoke, chain smoking, and it was just laughing our ass off. And then at night after the gig, Ronnie would love to have a little, we would make these cigarettes with a little bit of hash in them.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
And then Jimmy would roll it, and he'd light it up, and he'd pass it to me, and then I'd pass it, and then Jimmy would start rolling another one. There was like I said, there was 18 of us, so there was a bunch of people in the line, and by the joint would only get to the end, or maybe whatever, maybe not, but Jimmy had already passed the new one. And we didn't get like hammered or anything, but we would drink some red wine and have that, and we would just laugh our asses off, Ronnie was hilarious, he would cuss somebody out, but then he'd be like, he would brush it off and be your best buddy after that. fortunately with me, there was only one night where he got pissed off. He was pissed off at the lighting guy because there was only one spotlight, and after the guitar solo, the guy was supposed to go right back to the vocal with the spotlight, but he stayed on me. And I'm trying to get away from the fucking spotlight because I know Ronnie, he's gonna get pissed,
Yeah.
you know. And Ronnie's like, "Hey, fucker, you know, over here," you know. And so he was upset about that, and I said, "Ronnie, listen, that's cool, but man, can we just, it's like the volume on stage is just killing me. The vocal is just killing me, man. It's like ripping my head off." And he's like, he goes, "Doug, what do you think? Maybe we should get a new singer. How about that? How about we get Biff from Saxon? Should we get him to come in and be in the band, and I'll go?" I'm like, "No, Ronnie." "Well, what the fuck?" You know, he was really upset with me for saying something about the vocal level. And so, you know, but in 2 seconds, it was all good.
Yeah, well, singers can be like that. I think that's one of the difference between singers and guitarists. There are little things like that.
Metal Maps, sponsored by Metal Street Radio. Crank it up.